What is up, guys? Dzeeff here, and today we are opening up more items that I bought from Ultra Reality Games spring sale that they've been doing. I think it's still going on right now, and oh boy, do we got a lot of different items here. So we have first 2 copies of Duelist Revolution Special Editions. This is a great set. A lot of these sets are really great. We also have 1 Storm of Ragnarok, and finally 1 Generation Force. Now with the Generation Force Special Edition, we only have 1 of them right here, but I'm getting 9 more in the mail. There was a shipping error with the original box. There's a lot of different items. That was kind of confusing, but the other 9 are showing up, like, I think in the next couple days here, so I'll probably do an entire video where I just open up a bunch of Generation Force. But anyway, I thought we would open some of these and see what kind of cool stuff we can pull. Oh, and I also want to shout out to Imperium Duelist, who I shouted out a couple videos ago, and basically they sent me these dice, and I'm not paid to promote them or anything, but I do get a little bit of a kickback if you use my promo code on their site. So if you type in Dzeeff10 at checkout, you'll actually get 10% off your order. They make a whole bunch of other items, and I believe the code works for all of the things on their website, not just these dice. But man, these things are just so cool. Basically, they all just feature iconic Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So we have Pot of Greed here, we got Monster Reborn, MST, Harvey Featherduster, and all these other cards, and they're just really, really nice. They're good quality dice. You can buy individual ones, you can buy a whole bunch of them if you want, you can buy sets of just the spells or just the traps. There's all sorts of options for pretty much any budget that you might have, and make sure to use promo code Dzeeff10 at checkout for that 10% off coupon. Now with all these packs, and I don't think I would call this like a search for ultimate rares, but the thing that I want the most out of any of these is going to be those ultimate rares, because core sets these days, and just most sets besides OTS packs, do not have ultimate rares at all. So while I do feel that there are other cool things that we can pull from these special editions, namely really competitive supers and ultras and secret rares, the ultimate rares are some of the things that I'm most looking for, because you know what, we can't really pull those anymore out of core sets. Also, I think I'm just going to open up all of the special editions here so that we don't have to do that in between each opening. I will put the promos with the actual packs that they came with, but I think that the promo cards, I mean, we're going to pull all of them over the course of all of these openings that I have planned over the next couple weeks, so that shouldn't be that big of a deal. But I thought it might be fun to just put all the packs out there, open all the individual special edition boxes, so I don't have to do that in between each opening. Like, we don't have to open 3 packs and open a special edition. We can just open all of the special editions right at the start and then open the packs just right in a row and look at all the promo cards as well. Okay, so here we are, and while I was recording that previous section, I did not notice this, maybe you did. One of these Duelist Revolution sealed special editions, I mean, they're sealed with the Konami shrink wrap on them, and it's been sitting for a long time. The set is like 10 years old. It only had 2 packs in it, so that's kind of a disappointment. I mean, I suppose it happens. We've seen all sorts of misprints over the years. I mean, if you're going to print like thousands upon thousands of packs of cards and boxes of cards, every once in a while there's going to be a misprint. But yeah, we're missing one of the packs there, so hopefully we can still pull some good stuff. So right now we have 11 packs that we can take a look at. Out of 11 packs, I would expect like the average would be 3 to 4 holographic cards. Anything more than that is just pretty absurd, so maybe we can pull more. We'll have to see in today's video. As far as the promo cards go, it looks like we have a Drill Warrior, another Drill Warrior, and then Elemental Hero Absolute Zero. That was actually a pretty welcome reprint out of the Generation Force there, and Light and Darkness Dragon, which is sort of like Appaloosa. Honestly, Appaloosa is pretty much just a Link 4 version of Light and Darkness Dragon. Light and Darkness Dragon is a little bit better in some ways than Appaloosa, but a little bit worse than others. It only has to lose 500 attack instead of 800 attack points, and also it's up spells and traps, not just monster effects. The big downside though is that it's not an optional effect, and also it's a tribute monster. However, one cool benefit is that when it gets destroyed, and that might actually happen because it gets to pretty low attack points sometimes, when it gets destroyed you get to special summon a monster from your graveyard, which is pretty cool. Obviously Appaloosa is better in modern Yu-Gi-Oh, but Light and Darkness Dragon was really, really strong in old school Yu-Gi-Oh for a pretty long time. Alright, I think we're just going to kind of cycle through here, open not just like all the Storm of Ragnaroks in a row, but just go through and open like a couple Duelist Revolution, 1 Storm of Ragnarok, so on and so forth. So for the first Storm of Ragnarok pack, we have Token Sunday, a Blackwing level 5 monster, a Tyrant's Tirade, which we've pulled a couple of, Xian's Squire, Blackwing the Sharp, and no holographic in that particular pack. Do I even have to say it? It's kind of become a meme at this point, almost as much as not a pack opening channel, but these old packs do not have guaranteed guaranteed holos, as you can probably expect, because I was talking about hopefully pulling like 3 or 4 holos out of 11 packs. And so sometimes you just pull the base rares, which is pretty interesting. And now I actually have opened Eternity Code. You guys saw that video a little while ago last week. And I actually got the chance to open Eternity Code, which is exciting because I got to open a pack that didn't have any base rares anymore. That was definitely pretty strange, just because base rares have always been a part of Yu-Gi-Oh! But I guess if it means more holos, then that's still pretty cool as well. For the first Duelist Revolution pack, we have Scrap Sheen, Watt Pheasant, Blind Spot Strike, Watt Beta, Hypnocorn, that's a Battle Pack 3 card, and no holographic out of that pack either. Chain Whirlwind, Watt Scene, Monoceros, and Beast Rising. There was a lot of different beast monsters out of Duelist Revolution. Maybe not what Duelist Revolution is known for, but they certainly were in there, and they were experimented with. Maybe not so much in terms of like actually being competitively viable, but people still did actually try them out. I'll open another Duelist Revolution here because it is the pack that we have the most of, and then I'll switch off to Generation Force in a second. We have Anti-Magic Prism, Naturia Beans, nice, Unihorned Familiar, Beast Rage, look at all the beast monsters, Guts of Steel, which actually has very, very similar artwork to Scrap Sheen, another card released in the set. Obviously, they both just feature Scrap Beast, so of course they're going to look pretty similar. And then no holographic out of that. Maybe we're not going to pull any holographics. Flamevel Archer, Howl of the Wild, so many beast cards, another Monoceros, and Miracle Synchro Fusion, which actually was sort of like the namesake of a fun casual deck. You could summon some pretty exciting monsters with a Miracle Synchro Fusion that otherwise would be pretty difficult to summon under normal circumstances. So Generation Force is the newest pack that we have for all of the openings that we have left. We did open one of the Legacy of the Valiant Deluxe Editions not too long ago, and that was probably the newest thing that I'd bought. But other than that, now we have Generation Force. So we have Crash Bug X, man, Crash Bugs, what a deck. Crash Bug Road, Skull Kraken, and Infected Male, nice, a super rare. I feel like people were talking about this card with Gladiator Beasts. I'm not even sure how the ruling ended up working. Are you allowed to shuffle the Gladiator Beasts at the end of the battle phase before this thing sends them to the graveyard? I'm not really sure what actually ended up being the ruling, so if you guys know, let me know in the comment section below. And Curse of the Circle, which obviously looks very similar to Spellbinding Circle. We also have Phantom Magician, Peking Goblin, Overwind, and Aqua Jet. I've mentioned it many a time, but I was a huge fan of the Banish Fish archetype out of this set, and Aqua Jet was a card that I unironically played in almost every single version. It's sort of comboed with like a lot of the cards in the deck, although realistically not very good. I mean, as you guys probably already know. Hourglass of Courage, Karakuri Ninja, which is kind of like a Shura of the Black Flame from Black Wings, Token Sunday, Watt Mole, he's pretty cool looking. The Nordic Champions level 4 monster, and no holos. Man, Summer Ragnarok is killing us today. Kagamusha of the Six Samurai, good card. Needle Ball, Karakuri Gold Dust, and Scrap Shark. Scrap Shark, what a funny card. I think this one actually does see a little bit of play in Scraps. If you play Scraps, I think it triggers the field spell like immediately, which is kind of cool. Not entirely sure about that. Scraps are always a deck that I really liked when Duelist Revolution first came out, but I couldn't really afford them, and then later on they just weren't very good, so I kind of missed the boat on them. But the field spell is actually really, really insane in a Scrap archetype, even if Scraps aren't that popular. Light of Destruction, Genex Power Planer, Bicorn, Anti-Magic Prism, and Reanimation Wave. That is some pretty cool artwork there. We got Dark Ruler in the background. We got a Summon Skull right there in the foreground getting resurrected. That is actually really cool artwork. I've never seen that card before. Miracle Synchro Fusion, Earthquake Giant, Howl of the Wild, and Naturia Mosquito. All these Naturia cards as well. It's a very nature-oriented pack with all the beast support as well as all the Naturia cards. Pretty cool theme as far as Duelist Revolution. Hopefully we can pull some like really insane cards, though. That'd be pretty nice. All right, Skull Kraken, Elemental Hero Flash, I believe that was an OCG import. Yeah, number 90, so that's an OCG import. Anigami Combo, probably pronounced that wrong. Wind Up Dog, and Sky Star Ray. This is actually the card that I believe combos with that Aqua Jet. Let me just take a look here because I'm actually like really curious. I think that was like the combo. You have Aqua Jet and it boosts the Sky by 1,000 attack. Let's see. Target one Fish, Sea Serpent, or Aqua type monster you control gains 1,000 attack. This is a Sea Serpent monster, and then it can attack directly. While what a broken combo takes a -1 to do 1,000 damage to your opponent. We have Cracking the Great Emperor Penguin. We actually get more and more Penguin support. We just got Penguin Torpedo announced, and I feel like there was another card as well for some like ice archetype. Overwind, and Drill Barnacle. That was another card that quote-unquote comboed with Aqua Jet. Man, I know we got a lot of Penguins. I know we got a lot of Penguin fans out there, but when are we going to get that first Walrus card? I mean, come on, guys. Pokemon has the best Walrus ever to be invented as far as different card games go. You got Spheal and Celio and Walrein, of course, but even like Hearthstone has a bunch of different Tuskar monsters and stuff like that. I don't actually know if Magic the Gathering has a Walrus card, but I know that Yu-Gi-Oh! Should have one, and maybe someday we'll get one. It'd be really cool to see a Walrus card. I'm a big fan of walruses, if you can't tell. Anyway, Beast Rage, Dash Warrior, some really bad equip spell. Equip only to a warrior type, beast warrior type, or spellcaster type monster. Its attack becomes 0 during each of your standby phases and inflict 500 to the controller of the equipped monster. God, that is so bad, but okay, I guess maybe someone could use it. AD Changer, this is actually a card that was experimented with and I think saw a little bit of success in the Shaddoll archetype. It's a light that you can send with Shaddoll Fusion. DD Unicorn Knight, that's a DD you probably don't remember. Watt Scene, Damage Eater, Earthquake Giant, and Amazoness Fighting Spirit. Also, as we're getting to the last couple packs here, I realized that my 3 or 4 holographic pulls, as being the average, was way off. Unless every single one of these packs has a holographic card, we are obviously not going to pull that many holographics in this particular pack opening video. Not that we're a pack opening channel, we are just a Yu-Gi-Oh channel, and part of Yu-Gi-Oh, as you guys all know, is opening packs. Alright, for the last Generation Force pack in today's video, Crashbug Z, some weird Utopia trap card, okay, a Laval Magma Cannoneer, okay, Crashbug Road, and Painful Return. Oh man, this brings me back. I thought this card would be so powerful. I mean, this is like before I even started playing competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Is when this set came out, but I thought this card would be insane. Your opponent chooses one monster in your graveyard. During the end phase, add that monster to your hand. Wow, it's like a free monster reincarnation, but yeah, it turns out it's really bad. Aqua Jet again, Spearfish Soldier, Fish and Kicks, okay. Many of you that have watched my 7-colored fish video, you might remember this card because we use its artwork for a lot of the discussion. Pretty cool to actually see it in person. I'm sure I have copies somewhere, but this is like the first one that I've seen in quite a while. An Explosive Urchin. That is a very explosive looking urchin. Okay, so that was it for the Generation Force Special Editions. Hopefully we are more lucky with the other 9 Special Editions that we have for Generation Force, because that one was kind of a bust. I guess we did pull one holo, and it's the only holo we pulled, but the holo was not very good. There's a lot of good Ultra and Secret Rares in that set, not so much Super Rares. Watmole, Watkey, lots of Watts in the set. We have a Nordic Ascendant, Nordic Relic, Overpowering Eye if you want to attack directly with a zombie monster, and no holos. Man, I should not have set myself up for trying to pull 3 to 4 holos, saying that's the average, because apparently it is not the average at all, and it is very difficult to actually pull holographic cards from these special editions. I feel like in the last one though, we opened like 4 special editions and we pulled like 2 or 3 holographic cards, but in this one we just can't seem to get them at all. Rhino Taurus, Naturia Forest, okay, the pack is rhyming, that's oh, okay, hold on. Watt Pheasant, and okay, that's actually pretty nice. We did, in fact, pull the cover card of the set. You know, not the most competitively viable card, but it is always nice pulling the cover card of a set. It is in the ultra rare foil name. We got Dragon Knight Draco Equest. That is actually a really nice pull. You know, not the craziest card that you could pull from this set. There are definitely other better ones, but still a pretty nice card to see. I don't actually think I've ever owned this card, at least not from this set. It wasn't very popular in competitive play, and I'm sure I have some reprinted versions, but as far as like the original ultra rare or the original from the main set, did not actually ever own that card, so now we actually do. That's pretty cool. Anyway though, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Yeah, we didn't pull the best of cards right here. I think the last special edition open was a lot better. We pulled an ultimate rare, which was really nice. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Goodbye.